everybody. Today we have a European last chance qualifier on our hands. A Pro League qualifier at that as well. And the first match that I'm going to be covering at least is Team Sick and Gridiron. Team Sick, they're on your COG side. Team Gridiron over on that Swarm side. Both these two teams are currently in the semi-final matchup, I believe. As we do get into the action. This is round one, map one. Both teams' rosters on screen right about now. Both teams very, very accomplished teams here in the European region. Appreciate all the follows that are coming through, guys. Brilliant host coming through from Notorious as well, as he's just trying to get everyone in the same place for this game. Hoping to get a co-caster, probably Toby, up in here at some point. But for now, it will just be me. I don't know, you can take that one how you want it. It's good or it's bad, depending on whether or not you like me or not. But anyway, does not matter too much. J-Rage, 2 for 2 right now. Gonna get the kill on Pound. Should take control of the B hill pretty quickly here. And he's gonna force Team Gridiron just to have to back off, go towards that C hill and reset right about now. Death Dancer taking the tower. Just trying to establish a little bit of control here as they have a little bit of a point lead. You see Brutal though getting lanced in a real tough spot here. Reader putting the pressure on. J-Rage getting a double kill down in that bottom corner in that pocket as well. And this could be a bit of a rough round here. Although the points are ticking, Sanzi, the only one really alive, gonna have to defend against 5. Reaction, are there any more matches after this one? They should be, yeah. I think the winners bracket final will be played today. I believe the EGL guys are going to be doing the losers bracket final and the grand final tomorrow. That's Monday. But I believe we do play basically up to that winners bracket final today. Just realized we've got a little bit of a box popping up there. Not quite sure why that's there. Let me sort that one out for you. All right.
I think they're the shit. So let's go ruin their day.
Round 2. We did see Team Sick locking in that first one there. Obviously, these are new rosters as well. J-Rage, formerly of Obey Alliance. Physics, formerly Regal Reserve. Teaming up with some of, some ex-Pro League there in Reader, and also Red9 coming in from the NA. And Physics, good flank coming in from Jay, but it is caught out. Hey Jack, you want to jump in? You be my guest. I've had absolutely no response from Toby just yet, so if you want to do it, by all means, we can get you set up after this game, and definitely can get you involved here because yeah, it's a much more enjoyable enjoyable cast when there's 2 people. That's for sure. Brutal, trying to make a nice play, gets the kill on Reader there. That's lovely. He's just settling down a little bit now. Brutal has control. Notorious can't really push anywhere. Will get taken out. Some good Lancer fire there coming through. Physics in this tower. Realistically, the only one on this side of the map. His team trying to a bit of a home hill push, it seems. See Reader taking balcony control. Red9 over here on the U. Hey, it was a good flash. How's it going, Crump?
Enemy spotted.
Today's just a, it's more of a casual affair, right? We're not gonna get too excited. I'll leave that to Toby and Tun. They're gonna be casting tomorrow. Today it's all about just covering the action and giving you guys a bit of a viewpoint into what's going on here in the qualifier. Let's jump over with Pounds as he's going to make the push through. Red 9 though. Defense seems strong here. Cog team looking to get their second round in a row, but gotta look at those deaths already. Look at this. Team's sick, although they probably will go 2 rounds up here. They are down on lives big time. 4 of them on 0 already. Brutal trying his best. That might just be it. One more 1v1 for J Rage. This will be pretty much all but secure. The steps in. I'm not sure if it's going to be the decap coming through here. J Rage on his own against everyone. He's going to get taken down in the end. Physics has to respawn. And he just needs 1 point. That's all he needs. Problem is, he's got to be quick about it, and he can't let the domination come through. Will actually be a gridiron round. One for one now the score, and look at that for J Rage. Let's just take stock of that scoreboard for a second. Team Gridiron have outslain them absolutely massively. They should go 3-1 up here. Looking at the lives, I mean, Jesus, come on. They're all on 1 life. We're 2 rounds into the game. Agonize, I don't think you're too far wrong, and you see that drop shot go down here. It's been a bit of a slaughterhouse, hasn't it, this first couple of rounds? Absolutely. Let's see who wins the drop shot fight then, eh? Let's see what happens. It's in the cave, of all places. And it does look like Brutal's going to get in there. Jamser as well, also going to be in there. Brutal getting flashed up, but I think they should come out with this drop shot pretty well here. Jay also going to die. On the other side of things, Rowdy, he cleans up Reader, and that's a very, very quick round. Very, very quick round indeed. See what the placement is. 27 seconds, yeah. Very, very quick round. Yeah, they were very, very quick in their first round as well with Team Gridiron. They 2-0'd their opponent. And that was Le Pepites. We've seen him in the Gridiron Cups on Tuesdays a little bit. The Gridiron seem to be the stronger team there. James are maybe making a little bit of a mistake here. Brutal, though, to the rescue. Should be a drop shot for them, as Brutal's going to be the one that picks that one up. Boom shot has gone down on the other side, though, and, well, this is a bit of a strange game. Sandy's down. Team Sick pushing on. James should be dead in just a second. Brutal with the defense on that drop shot. Forces Team Sick up onto the tower, but Rowdy also down here. Drop shot could be critical here, but instead the revive will come through. Bit of a fight going on. Oh, that's a beautiful boom shot. You'd think here with the boom shot and the drop shot in hand, Team Gridiron should really be able to push this through and get control of the B hill. Hey, how's it going, breakup? They're still coming through from Brutal, and he's just in that pocket, isn't he? Just to annoying little spot, to be honest with you, and he's going to get pushed in a second as Red9 starts to make his way up the steps. Red9 going to go down though, full red Brutal, trying to get a bit of damage down here as the flank comes in. You think Red9 would be dead soon, but Pounds, he's had to back off, he's had to fight elsewhere. It is Sansi that comes through with that up A. Looking for it, gets the strafe, gets the kill. Red9 falls, the B hill still in the hands of Gridiron, but look at the A hill. It's going over towards Team Sick here, and Reader having to defend. Sansi trying to push another 1v1. Reader though strong, holds the ground, holds the steps, and now should be able to help his teammate out as Notorious takes the head of Brutal. This is a good position to be in if you are Team Sick. They just got to be careful not to lose these lives, haven't you? You got to look at that J-Rays, that physics, and Red9 all down on 0.
Sorry, but it's over for you.
Drop shot does miss in the background. Yep. This is an oh-no situation. Hogger looking to dominate, and it's all about this 2v1 here. Brutal and Pounds, though, they found the kill. They're going to have to reset a little. Boom shot in the hands of J Rage. Let's follow him. Let's see what he can do with this one. Obviously, let me know if there's any players you want to jump on board with, if you want to follow a certain player, a certain team. By all means, let me know in the chat, and I will find a second or two to try and jump on board with them.
Drop the target!
Looks like COG team are going to do this. Break comes in at B, but the C hill, there is absolutely no one near it. It is all Team Sick, and with 0 lives, they come through and they get that win. What about that then? What about that? Hey guys, I see 100 of you in the stream. If you're not already following, give me a follow. Does indeed help. Yeah, I agree with you, Jack. I think going into that round, boom and drop, you'd have thought, okay, it's probably the end of it for Team Sick there. That was a 3-1 round, but honestly, no toe clutching up. Red9 being a pain. All pretty good. You want to jump on board with Rowdy? All right, let's jump on board with Rowdy. Old Death Dancer, he's over here. He's going to go towards that U-shape. Bit of a supporting role. Flashbang shot grenade going to go down. It's a good shock as well. I'll tell you that. He is forced to play there. That's beautiful. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah, he gets the kill. Nerves of steel does Rowdy. A top tier shot grenade. You went wrong. You went wrong, Sense. I don't get why my stream's showing up twice. This is very, very strange. The followers are showing up twice. It is what it is. Messing around with the stream a little bit. Just give me a sec. It's not quite the same color. All these little bits on the stream, they're all part of the normal kind of personal stream setup. This is a very, very rushed scoreboard and whatnot. Watch Physics with the drop. Sorry, I'm too busy messing around. Physics doesn't have the drop. Looks like he's died. Retake though. That's for sure. Physics gonna go down. Good point lead here for Team Gridiron. Red9 underneath. See Brutal there as well. There's the push coming in. The back A does miss though. 2v1 situation here. Brutal gets one. Brutal looking for the second here. He's now in a 3v1 situation. Notorious does die though. Pounds with the flashbang. Flashing for his team. Things are getting loose in the cave. And it looks like Jamza versus Notorious, but the reaction shot comes through. And oh my god, it carries on. Shock grenade going to go down. That, in my opinion, is a bit of a waste of a shock. But it's all good. It's all good. Appreciate the host there, Jackal. Drop shot going to go the way of Noto. Let's jump on board. Let's see what he's going to do. Bit of style points as he exits the cave. Now they're going to go and retake the E-hill. And with this drop shot, they should be able to defend the next push coming through. But the Swarm, they're going to win in not many seconds at all. So it's about these kills. The kills have to come through. Physics finds Death Dancer. There's the drop shot going out, and Sansi does just about dodge that. I thought that was going to connect. Notorious has spotted that overextension. He's going to turn around with this drop shot. Boop. That should be a kill. That's lovely. On the other side of things, what's going on? We've got a fight going on, but the E-hill. It's all about that E-hill. Notorious is in. He's going to go down, though. Not enough time for Red 9 to do anything about that one. And the rotations are strong there from Gridiron. They go forward at the half. They are the team ahead now, 3-2. Brutal leading the way. Let's take a quick look at that scoreboard, shall we, as weapons start to get placed here. Who is doing well? Brutal, 15-9-9. That's a pretty nice scoreline. I think got to call out Jamza as well, 17-10-9. On the other side of things, a lot of deaths coming through for Team Sick. Notorious though, 14-6, looking pretty strong there. Onto the fights once again. What got placed? Shock grenades, loadout options. We are going to have a good old time here. He's in the shock grenade. Jamza's going to go down. Brutal just get that drop shot on the other side though. And although his team are losing here, they should be able to defend this with that drop shot if they can rotate it to a position that they find themselves comfortable in. Here is Brutal with that drop. He was in the same position last time. They should know where he's sitting. There's the drop going out. That's one dead Notorious. J Rage is going to fill in that position though, and now Brutal. Second drop shot comes out. That's a double kill there. Loving that from Brutal. He's just going to force his way through here. He's just got to hope his team up on that balcony do clutch up. Red 9's going to fall as well. Death Dancer will be there to clean that one up. But that rotation's coming around. You see the home hills? They are in the hands of the COG team. Pounds on his own. Will try and make something of it, but yeah, he's got two members ahead of him from Team Sick. This is going to be a difficult situation. Reader kills Death Dancer here. And that leaves Pounds in that 1v2, but Jamza's off spawn, and this is a good kill for him. There is one behind. I don't think Pounds has even seen. Flashbang's going to come in, and that's going to signal the push here for Physics. Another 2 kills for Jamza. Brutal getting a nice down here. Over on Notorious is fighting a 1v2 of his own. Red 9 falls, and those kills seem to go the way of Gridiron once again. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, not like that, eh? Not like that. Stand in the hill. Force the domination. Flashbang's going to go out. Notorious has to get a step in, but it will get taken out by Jamza, and that's going to be another round over towards Gridiron. It's 4 for 2 now. Looking very, very good. Question is, what's next? What's next for these teams? Half the shot grenades, most likely. Life counts, they're still looking pretty decent. I think the first half was definitely the more difficult one, but right now you see those respawns for Team Sick are still pretty healthy. But you're right, Brutal. He's taking names, isn't he? 18 and 12, 9 deaths. Good work with that drop shot. Let's give him the time of day. Let's see what's happening down at the drop shot instead of the boom shot. Brutal is in once again, and it's actually Reader just disappearing there. I mean, I think he went down in the corner. Rotation's coming through. Here's the drop shot. That's a double kill. Very, very nice. Nope, just connects with one. Now looking for the second. Brutal. Trying to make something happen here, but the boom shot will go the way of Notorious and Team Sick. You really need to find that boom shot if you're Brutal. You've got one shot left in that drop shot. Question is where is Notorious? Do you go for it? Or are you going to make the play on the balcony, find the easy kill? I would go for the boom shot personally. If you go for the balcony, you're just going to trade 1 for 1 because the boom shot will find a kill. But there's the kill on Reader. Notorious still sitting with that boom shot. Will look to try and get the double kill as Gridiron come through, but he knows no one can really touch that ring. There's one for Notorious. Now he's getting swarmed. 2v1 situation. The decap comes in, and I like that prioritization there from Gridiron. They're going to push around a little bit. Brutal scuffs a shot, but makes it count there as Pounds gets a lot of damage down. And they're just going to leave Notorious down for a second. Absolutely not an issue there. Good back and forth here from the two teams. Shot grenade's going to go in behind him, and Red9 trying to bait. That up A from Brutal will not find the bait, will only find his death. As the domination is potentially ticking in here. J-Rage gets that revive, but in the end, they all step out the ring.
This can't be how it ends.
And they're going to win 5 for 2. That's Team Gridiron going to go 1-0 up.
Get me up!
I think, all things considered, they look pretty good, to be honest with you. I like what I'm seeing there. All right, everybody, we're back. We are back with map 2. I have a Jack reaction in Discord who should be audible. Should be. Jack, if you want to say hi, we can test that one.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you absolutely fine. It's just whether or not the stream can. So let's get a hello in chat if people can hear. And if not, we'll sort it out. Yep, looks like we can hear you, Jack. Looks like you are loud and clear.
Perfect.
What was your thoughts on that first map? I know you were watching in the stream, so it'd be good to just kind of get an intro. Gridiron looked pretty strong.
Yeah, no, honestly, I've seen him play a few times now, and I spoke to Sanzi, who's been a long-term friend of mine since Gears 1, and they've got a really good friendship base in the team, like good foundations, and they play really well as a team together. And they've just been grinding as a team, and they're showing up now in the tournament that matters. They had a bit of a weaker performance in the major, but they had a few people expecting them to do big things, and I can see exactly why. That Brutal and Jammy popped off last map and played absolutely perfect Gears.
Yeah, they look very, very good. And I think just that first half, seeing Team Sick go down to 0 lives pretty much in round 2, that was a big indicator for just how well Gridiron were playing in my eyes. Finding those kills early, really putting the pressure on a team that's, a very, very strong team at that in Team Sick.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But this team with Brew and Jammy and stuff, they've got quite a few strats that aren't, everyday strats. They're like putting drop shot underneath the top, like underneath heaven, and everything like that. So making it very, very difficult for a new team like Notorious and Co to actually adapt, because they've got very, very low hours at playing together as a team. So it'll be nice to see how they come out, obviously with a little bit of practice. But at the moment, Brutal and Co, showing with a strategy and different weapon placement, making it very difficult for them to actually try and adapt on the fly.
Definitely so. Definitely so. Looks like a very quick round coming in here as well. For the likes of
whilst we were talking there was quite a lot of brilliant angles coming out of Team Sick. They had the power control. Jammy's team tried to play up on the power, but they got sort of held off really well, and the B hill was just constantly getting lanced down. It was some really good team fire there, and solid round coming out of Team Sick. They played their lives well, and once they got the kills, they pushed with numbers and took the 3 cap. It was really, really good showing for that first round.
Love to see it. And just like that, you said they like to play with those drop shots. Well, it's back out again. We're going to go over to that cinema, Jack. We are going to be looking at a huge fight, essentially, over there. And that's pretty early on in a game of District. I mean, we have seen it from some teams heading over towards the cinema pretty early, but this time around, between these two, it's going to be a bit of a slaughterfest. You see 4v4 down at the cinema, and it is going to be Notorious that gets that opening kill.
Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. These teams, they do like these kind of fights because it's all about flash placement. And if you're not, got that muscle memory, you haven't got exactly what to do in all the situations and play it, they feel more confident in that situation because they know they're more practiced, they're more well-oiled, and going into those fights, they know where to put the flashes and how to support each other. But Notorious going in with the first early blood, played that absolutely immaculately. They played it with 0 deaths, slaying out, and I think they're coming into this second map a little bit more hot, a bit angry, a bit frustrated about how they lost that first map, and I think coming into this second map they're coming up with a strong performance, and Notorious showing exactly why he's playing front spawn, getting that nice early blood, and then hitting a couple of people with some really good shots for the teammates to clean up. So yeah, really nice shotgunning from him.
Very nice indeed. And Notorious obviously coming out with that 2v2 win last night as well. He's got a few tournaments under his name these last couple of days, hasn't he? I mean, making it to the Pro League will definitely be a nice addition to that tally.
Yeah, I had to fall at him and Crim's hand as well. We had quite a strong first 2 maps, and then last map, we got absolutely schooled, I'll be brutally honest, and they played really good teamwork. And Notorious, he hits a lot of shots, but alongside Crim, I'm pretty certain most people could pull out a dub in those situations. That guy's god tier. And Notorious though, and Red 9, both popping off that round and closing it out very, very quick succession on these kills. And there's only 1 kill on the side of Cog Team in 3 rounds, and I'm not too sure that cinema placement was the best idea from them, but obviously them going into it, they weren't to know that. Very unpracticed, but at the same time, I think it benefits them through, Yep. No one knows what they're good at the moment because they haven't had scrims, they haven't had time to work them out, so they're just good at what they know and they're playing to their strengths, and really strong showing coming out so far from the beginning of this map. First 3 rounds, so very solid.
Really nice indeed. Well, we'll go back again. We'll have another look. Obviously, the lives will reset at the end of this one, which hopefully a few of the players will be thankful for. Flash grenade is going to go out once again. You can see this time around, Reader & Co. a little bit of a subdued placement, but a good shot grenade coming out from Notorious. They've changed things up a little bit. They haven't headbutt. They've placed a nice shot grenade. They're going to have to chase here, but the drop shot is in Pound's hand. Sansi's going to fall. Pounds also goes down as well. And despite the drop shot coming out, we're going to see another very quick round.
I don't want to cut you off, but I just wanted to say something. You said something about, how the lives are going to reset, but, every single round after the first was an instant wipe round, everyone had 4 lives. Everyone had 4 lives. So it was a very, very strange start. I can't believe that they're allowing it to get chained like that. They're actually quite a good team. They do know when to roll back usually, but they're losing 1-2 and then they just can chaining the deaths every time and getting eliminated. But I cannot lie, that is such a strong first initial performance from Team Sick, and they are showing that this is a map that they are quite strong on. I believe is this their pick? I believe it has to be the way they're playing
Gonna
right
be quite
now.
honest. I got no clue. But it should be, right? If it's not, it should be. Because they are looking so strong, and it looks like they're going to do the same again here. Downs on James, downs on Pounds. This time Notorious will die in. Oh no, he's going to get picked back up. Double drop shot.
That one?
Slightly over
Hit marker? Yeah, hit marker there. But there's still pressure on the outside. Notorious is relentless on this push on the outside, and J-Rage and Reader are now going to take D-Hill. Slight advantage in the favour of Hog Team, but with the spawns being so long, Rowdy does drop as well. It's only a 2v5 situation. Pound's just going to sit on his home hill and hope for the best until his teammates can come up. But a beautiful place flash there, and Reader rolls back, tries to use the drop shot. Does not connect, so I believe Jammy and Pounds are going to hold this off just until the teammates come, and they're going to be a rollback by Reader and co.
Get shot to hell from the side as well by Notorious, who's found himself down at the arcade. They are going to get control of it in the end. They do find that kill on Reader. But, still a long way off.
That's what happened. Yeah, I believe that's what happened. I think because they're 4-0 up and they're playing with such confidence, Reader would have rolled back there in a situation that's a little bit more tense. I feel like Notorious probably said, "I've got shots for you," and he just tried his luck. I'm not saying that's the perfect way to play Gears, but at the moment, they're having fun. It looks like they're looking like they're very confident, and they're just playing every situation with the utmost amount of confidence, and it's showing. Look, everyone's shooting straight. Team Fire's coming in. They're playing aggressive when they need to. It's a really nice showing from Team Sicko. Zeraldi does fall. Brutal tries to back off though. He tries to go back into the spawn. He is going to make it. Sansi did spawn up and tried to seek command, and Brutal does take out Notorious. So Physics now on the back legs, trying to get away from this arcade area.
Yeah, Notorious making it look a bit like a ranked game as he starts to push into the spawn there a little bit. He's going to pay for it in the end, and they will lose that E-Hill. But J-Rage on the other side of things is still getting kills. And Pounds falls. D-Hill looks to be going to go the way of the Swarm as well. Reader's just pushing.
Every time it looks like the COG team are about to take a little bit of control back, They've got an 80-point deficit. Things are going a little bit wrong for them at the moment, so they're going to need to try and chain some kills together and get at least a round on their side. So once they get that round, hopefully with a little bit more confidence, they can try and chain a few together. But at the moment, Notorious and co with Team Sick, they are playing perfect.
Yep. Drop shot just about to come up though. Physics the only one there to defend it. Sansi should walk out with this one. The shock's going to go down as well to force Physics back, and Sansi will come out with that drop shot. The rotations start to come through now. And
he does come out with that drop shot. But Bruce, the other side of the map, through. I know I was watching different things there, but Bruce was just taking an extremely big 2v1 on the bandstand. They both tried to push him with no sort of strategy towards it, and Brutal just punished them for it. Straight one shot on the first guy, and then beautiful 2-shot down on the second, and holding down that position really well. They do win in 45 seconds, but we'll have to wait and see how Team Sick play this, because they only need a breakthrough. They only need a break, and if they get one cap here, the round will be over.
It looks like they're going to go for that break on the D-Hill. There's pretty much no one defending it apart from that drop shot player. One drop shot down, just get the kill on Jay. The shock's going to go down, but it's way too short, to be honest, and I'm wondering if Sansi will go for the second drop shot to stop the cap coming through. He will. Swarm will win in 20.
It's a 5v3 situation. They do have the break, and now Red9's playing in for the break on E as well, so this isn't looking good for the COG. They're going to need to overextend pretty quickly, because they do need the break, and they do exactly get that, and Jamza takes the kill on Red9. Notorious now left in a 2v1 situation on E, and he does get taken down, so really strong round there coming in towards the end from the COG team, and they showed a little bit of composure there to show that even when they're down in points, they hold what they want and pick off kills one by one, and really strong performance there from the end of the round.
Yep, and that's the start, isn't it? That's the start of a potential comeback. 4-1 now, the
It's initial
scoreline.
though.
It's all about the initial. If they lose it once, it's probably going to be game over. I mean, the only thing that kind of saved in that round was those respawns getting quicker and quicker. They didn't get eliminated to start with. I mean, shot grenade's going to go down now. to those 60-second respawn timers, so they'll pretty much be up constantly. Disable coming
just
in,
half in, half in the shocks on the side of Locust team, and then they just disabled the. Was it Locust team that got the half? Yeah, it is. So
Yep.
no shock for the Cog team. They're trying to close this out nice and early with the early disable. So Physics going to play that front spawn. I'm going to get on board with him and see how he plays that.
Absolutely. We are on board right about now. The flash grenade is going to go down and gets a nice big chunk there. The knife does miss and Pounds makes him pay for it though as he gets that first kill, that first frag on the other side of things. Red9, J-Rage both getting one. Pounds gets the kill on Notorious, but it does still look like it's going to go the way of the Swarm right now. Pounds with one more drop shot left in hand. Has to run, has to back out. So red though.
Yeah, he knows he can't lose this drop shot in this situation. Although he did get one kill, I feel like the Sway Swarm played that. They played their numbers really well, and they knew they had Pounds red. They knew he had only one drop shot left, and they played for him, and they took him out of the game nice and early. Matt Hill is capped, so in 2 seconds going to come in, but no, Swarm do manage to roll back. Reader holding a little bit too long. Again, the same situation as last round, maybe just a little bit too much confidence at the moment, but F Hill does finally go into the hands of Gridiron, and they get their first points on the board just about now. 35-point lead in favour of the Swarm, with no power weapons on the map yet, so we'll have to see how the retake comes in with the flashes.
We're just looking in this info room as they found Notorious, but Notorious has found Sansi as well. That's a lovely little double. And Brutal, if not careful, will go down as well. Jamsy comes through with a bit of a clutch revive, body blocking those bullets as well. And it looks like the E-Hill is going to be that next defense as Pound starts to push on the bandstand. Jay takes him out completely. Physics gets one as well on either side. Red9 adds to that tally, and it's Meat Shield v Meat Shield. As Jamza has to back off here. 2v1 situation. The E-Hill will go back the way of the Swarm for now. And on the other side of things as well. Yep, nice decap coming through.
Jamza playing that 2v1 there, though. He knows he can't die now. The spawns are so long, you know. He's got to wait for his teammates to come off. I know they're in a deficit, but this is where the composure comes into play. They have to make a solid push, retake. The spawns being so long, said it again, but if they can chain a few kills together, this round can go in their favour very, very easily. It's just all about finding the first kill and playing off those numbers. Notorious, though, looks like it's going to be the play. Getting very weak mid-map, manages just to say get out with just his life, and Reader goes back in towards the power area and holding a nice little setup with a 75-point lead.
Got to look at that weapon spawner though. 5 seconds on the drop shot. Shot grenade's going to go down. Got to think it might be Brutal getting that one after his performance on training grounds with this weapon. Looked pretty strong. We'll go down to that shock, it seems. Down to J-Rage, actually, in the end. And an extraction. That would be nice if he can get this one out. Drop shot does get the hit marker, but look at the domination. Whilst they're so focused on that drop shot, it is about the points. It's about those rings. Brutal's.
Yeah, that was a really, really good fight from Notorious.
Time.
I know he was taken out, but he made the initial push through the spawn of Team Gridiron and dragged a couple of the players back, and then with the drop shot being the main priority in Team Gridiron's eyes, Team Sick just pushed straight through that middle map area and took the home hill and forced the Mr. Krabs situation, and really well played by them. So it's a really dominant performance after being beaten. You know, that's it's nice to see that. You know, brand new team not getting down on themselves after losing that first map, coming into the second map with such a dominant performance as if they never played that the first map. You know, so
yeah.
Going into map 3, I don't actually know how to how to call this one. I don't even want to make a prediction. It's just going to be nice to see how both teams come out, and I'm not sure what the map is. Do you have any idea of what the map is?
I ain't got a clue. We'll find out at the same time, I guess. It's a bit of a rush one today, but I'm sure whichever map it is, it'll be a good one. Nonetheless, the way these teams have been going back and forth, and Physics there, I mean, didn't have many kills to his name, but 13 assists and leading the table looks pretty strong. I mean, former teammate of yours, good to see him in a team that's performing, or slightly salty on that side. I don't know what the situation is for you right now, Jack. So.
Definitely no salt whatsoever. You know, Physics is a very, very well-deserved player. He been in Pro League from the day they started the game, you know, very solid performance, got the best placement in Europe at an event. So honestly, there's not a single thing that I would be salty about. You know, he deserves to be in that Pro League position. And after playing a whole season with him, you know, there's been some language barriers and some clashes in ideas of how to play certain maps in certain situations. But yeah, there's no bad blood there whatsoever with Physics, bro. That guy is an awesome player, always there to shoot for you, and he always wants to win. So good to see him being able to qualify. Myself, I was a little bit unlucky with the time frame between and not being able to find myself a roster. But yeah, it's good to see someone as deserving as Physics in a situation that he's in now, you know, beating that top seeded team, 3X Rowdy or whatever you want to, Vision and Co. That was honestly really nice to see, because they've been a team that even in the major, you know, they beat our team in the first day, and they did lose one of their players, but TJ is I suppose, a respectable replacement, having pro league experience and being a slayer and exactly what Ricardo was. But yeah, very, very shocked to see them lose so early to a brand new team. And obviously it's the pro league experience from physics and the support and just the chemistry that they've built over a very short period has just been honestly really, really good to see.
Yep. Yeah. They're looking like a good team, and good to see Reader and Physics back together as well. I want to... sorry, no, they're not together, are they? Are they?
Of course they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, of course they are.
Oh my god. It's just, I was going to say it's early,
It's
but
one of those days.
10 to 3.
It's one of
It's a
those
Sunday,
days.
mate. I don't work Sundays. I was going to ask you, you know what I should have said? I should have just gone straight into what I was going to ask you anyway, because you mentioned the major a little bit, and I just wanted to get your feelings on that. I mean, you guys had a pretty good run, to be honest with you. Obviously, you did have that loss in the winner side of things, but I think you bounced back pretty well and performed in that losers bracket run that you had. Any thoughts, any comments on that?
Yeah, no, the loser bracket run was perfect. We didn't drop a map the whole way up until we played Regal Rated, sorry. And when we did play them, honestly, we didn't have I'd say the strongest performance, you know, when it comes to the slaying category. We played the game correctly. I just feel like a team like Rated R, you come out and you shoot anywhere less than perfect, they will punish you, you know. You saw the way they took Elevate to the wire, and they've got some unbelievable players, you know, and yeah, no, I was happy with how we performed, considering I've been off for 6 months and come back, and it was my first quarter as with the team. But I mean, I understand where they're coming from. They wanted to make a big change. They felt like they got third with Reader, third with me. Maybe they needed to make a bigger change to try and make that jump, you know. And I believe it wasn't the right decision, but that's just maybe a little bit biased, you know. But at the same time, they've picked up 2 strong players. And we'll have to wait and see. And hopefully the big shake-up, removing someone like Physics, you know, we'll have to hopefully it benefits them, because if it doesn't, it's a bit sad that they made that decision to make such a drastic change, you know. But at the moment, I don't see Rated and Elevate being knocked off the top 2 spots, but hopefully for them, you know, because I'd like to say at least I was dropped for a reason, you know, or replaced or whatever you want to call it. At least it happened for good reason. And going into this map now, Asylum, last time we saw Reader and Physics play this map, they did just play against Vision and Co, and they did just beat them quite well, no? Or was it I don't actually remember what the map score was, but I know they played it in their last series, so they'll be at least coming into this map with a little bit of knowledge how to play.
Yeah, warmed up as well and ready to shoot after a good 5-1, was it, win over on District?
It was very, 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 yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of second map you want, right? That's the kind of second map you want.
Yeah, and on this initial though, Swarm team do take the first early hill advantage, but the kills do go in the favour of Team Sick, and now Reader does make a bit of an overextension there onto the other team side gate. Double trains coming in now, and we'll have to see how Sanzi and Co play this, but Sanzi does go down on the B hill, and that's some beautiful shotgunning from Red 9, gets the revive onto Physics and the flashbang out, and then forcing the Swarm team to roll back. So points now in favour of the Swarm, but just about to tick over in favour of Team Gridiron.
That's it. Double cap coming through, and this is going to take a nice coordinated push from Team Gridiron, really, to push this back. You can see actually that full setup, that full line out there from Physics, Red 9, sorry, and J Rage, I believe it is, on the low cover. They've got all the angles. They're waiting for this push. They know it's coming.
One word, though, Frew, utility. You saw Red 9 throws only flash. I don't believe any members of the COG team have a flashbang anymore. So, obviously, with the Swarm team coming off of spawn, they're going to have all the utility they need to try and make this push, and let's just see if they execute it correctly. But as you can see on the other side of the map, home push does start to come in from Pounds. Pounds is taken out by Notorious now, 5v3 on the map, because Sansi does fall as well. And COG team is going to roll back, play their numbers really well, and focus them out, because they do have, for a very long time, 5v3.
Yep, it is a long time. You can see that cross out coming in now as J Rage pushing forward, finds himself on the fence. The domination ticking. Brutal and James have got to do something here. I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, they went for the kill there. I believe that, you know, in this game mode, we all know after it being out for 7 months, you don't get back up on this game mode. So I believe going for the kill there wasn't the play. They had a 2v2, straight 2v2 on that B hill, and they could have pushed for that and tried to play for that, but one of them tried to up the gate, took some unnecessary damage, actually wasted some time and didn't even make it to the hill in time there. So although it's minor things, you know, the round was probably already lost. I believe a little situation there. They should have tried to play for the break and the fight, because they had a fair 2v2 there, and really well played from the COG team to bounce back on that home push, wipe them out and push forward and get the domination.
I want to do that once again here. as they go into the second round. Just having a quick look at what got placed down. We just got grenades. No loadout options coming through just yet. Starting to build up their sides of the map. Both teams
Seems to be the meta on this map, doesn't it? Just try to build the smoke and flame very early on to try and play for the neutral hill.
Yep, you see those incense coming through. You see those shot grenades as well. Sometimes being built up for the bridge fight in that second half. And yeah, it's pretty pretty straightforward, this one. I think everyone's kind of established and knows how they like to play it.
Yeah, it seems to be what works best, isn't it? So at the moment in time, shot grenade on that E hill seems to be very dominant because it just blocks off a large area. And incense on this B side, you know, just try and either rotate up to the E hill or get those initial kills on that B side. And some really nice team fire again, and revives getting changed from the COG team. But a double train does let physics get caught out, and Brutal again playing with such aggression, taking him completely out on the Swarm team do go in favour of that B side.
There's a lovely kill by Brutal as well. Just pinged around the corner. Perfectly placed, physics falls. Red9 gets the kill on Pounds, and I'm looking over at this A hill now as we've got a bit of a staggered 3v3 coming out of here. 4v3 as actually J-Rage gets flanked round. Reader joins the fight as well. You're going to see Death Dancer taken out, as is Sanzi. And still Brutal.
All down
waiting for his
to
teammates. Yep, he's got Jamza back up. The respawns are coming in as well for Pounds. And now the decap starts to come in.
He's a very confident shotgun player, you know, like he puts in damage when he needs to, and he does hit. He definitely hits full spreads, and that's a really dominant hold there. But the COG team have now rotated over to B, and they're breaking it, but they do have a number disadvantage. So we'll see how Swarm team play this. Rowdy does go down, J-Ray's traded out, and there's one guy in the cut here, so Brooke needs to be very careful. He's on about 1 HP right now, and he does stay alive.
Just for now, physics does find that down on Brutal in the middle, getting retribution for that kill. On the tracks, Pounds having to rotate now. Doesn't want to get caught out, doesn't want to get flanked. Goes up to support Rowdy, and things are going to settle down a little bit now as the teams start to make their moves, starts to make their rotations. And you can see it's going to be the COG team who act first. They're going to try and push down along the tracks as those trains start to come through, but it is Sanzi and Jamza that do clutch up.
They were at a complete numbers disadvantage there. I'm not sure what the communication was. Maybe there was a call up from one of the teammates on the other side. They were going to play up, or they rotated back, but I'm not sure why they did that. They were in a 3 versus 2, and now they've lost 4 members for that one push, and the team, Swarm team, will actually tick over into the lead, and the home hill's being decapped at the same time. So honestly, that whole push on that B side seems to have actually costed them the round. Obviously we're not in the party, we can't hear what they're saying, so can't really point any fingers, but at the same time, really well played for Sanzi and Brutal to execute on that B side and get the 2 kills and continue to chain those kills.
Having to push very, very aggressively over top bridge now. You see Reader trying to get the decap. Just get the down as well, and that's a very good push. Red9 at his side. Pound's going to fall. Pounds will die out. You can see the COG team, they've got control of the B hill. They've got control of all hills now as they're trying to dominate. This was a big push.
The word is well. The ultimate split push, last second choke. You hate to see that, you know, you do hate to see that, because being on the team of Brutal now, you know, they thought, right, we've done so well, we've just got back into that round, the win condition is with them completely. All they have to do is one hold, send numbers somewhere, take out one of those staggered split pushes, and they win that round. But honestly, perfect from Team Sick. They pushed out, they played aggressively, confident both sides of the map, took both hills at the same time, and they won that round. Honestly, that's a terrible, heartbreaking loss for Brutal and Co.
Absolutely. I mean, I would have liked to have seen them, as soon as they realised that strong push was coming across the bridge, try and make a push through the mid, send a couple down to support that
Definitely.
B5, sorry, and maybe even leave one hanging just to go through to the opponent's home hill. That way you've got 2 options.
They have to take numbers somewhere, you know. Like, it's hard to say. It's easy to say in hindsight and easy to say from a spectate point of view, but at the same time, with the chemistry and the time they've played together, they would have seen that situation so many times. They need to be able to roll back and decide where the fight is. They're making a split push. They need to be on both sides of the map. You don't. You need to make the kills and hold one side of the map. So they needed to send numbers somewhere and just be a little bit more decisive in their push there. But 3 versus 2 now on top of the E hill. And Notorious playing very aggressive, even though he's versus 3 players. Downs one, kills another. He's playing with some serious confidence right now. He's taken out though by Rido and cleaned by the Sanzi's incendiary grenade. And the lead very, very much in favour of Team Sick, as they're playing with extreme confidence right now.
Yep. And with that incent beam waste as well, drawing a power weapon out, just putting so much fear in the you know, in the minds of the Swarm team there. 2 kills in send for 1 life. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want.
Very, very, very good. And honestly, although it looked extremely reckless and probably not the right play, he's done everything for the team there. He's got a down, he's got a kill. He's actually been down and wasted an incent on a kill down that doesn't need to be made. Oh, mate, beautiful.
Off the back of it, though, Death Dancer trying to make his own plays. Not had the best of last 2 maps, to be quite honest with you, but he's trying to make up for it now as he's got control of this A hill. Does have Pounds by his side. Notorious now, perhaps making another push. He does indeed. There is no off switch for this player.
Yeah, but I think that this team are favouring Homes quite a lot, and they need to try and maybe focus on that B side of the map a little bit more, because Notorious does go down, but Reader does take the chunk and get the revive. Well, this fight's a little bit hectic. Notorious does go down. Reader finally getting into the hill to break that, and they do have a very, very comfortable lead at the moment, so they just need to hold this fight off and retake from spawn.
See Notorious still pushing up, trying to get Rowdy stuck in that doorway, will fall down. And now with, yes, as you said, 30 points, 40 points lead. They really, they got to make a decision now. Do we hold? Do we go towards the B hill? And it looks like they are starting to make that push around towards that B hill.
I believe that's the play, and that's exactly what they've done, yeah.
This round goes their favour. Incense coming through from Pounds. They will miss. The decap's in, and it's forcing that split fight again. This time around, they seem to have at least made the decision to fight it on one side of things, but a 3v2 situation here for Red9 and Physics. They've got to be so careful. It's all about the C hill, though. You can see on the top side of the map.
Overextended by Reader. Beautiful overextension, and he did have a clutch 1v1. I'm not being funny from the way this round just went. I don't mean to point fingers, but Death Dancer had a 1v1 for that hill, and Reader did take that, and that's the round secured there by exactly what happened last time. You know, they had the lead, and they've decided to make that play that you called out straight through the mid map. Reader, seeing that the gap is there, played for that C hill, dragged Rowdy back away from the fight, took his 1v1, and they secured the round 3-0. Though this is a very, very dominant performance again in these last 2 maps, and I'm not sure how Brutal and Co are going to turn it around. Maybe a drop shot. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. As you say, as you call it. Are you watching this like 3 seconds ahead? Drop shot goes down at the bridge.
It seems to be the pattern at the moment. You know, they like these drop shot fights. They played really well map 1. They secured that drop shot almost every single time. So they're going into it with confidence, and have to wait and see how they play this now.
Yep. And I guess the Incense being on this top side for Team Gridiron is a bit of an advantage. They get them there a little bit quicker.
Yeah, they did. It's a bit different though, because you don't see many teams, and I believe that the actual meta for the top teams is to play shock on each side, because it's what they do is most teams on the second hills will try to play for cut control and have that crossover towards the E hill, so it's not all crowded up in one area. So the shot grenade on E is also, it holds off the hill, you know, so they can't go for that instant cap. And whereas the Flames, you know, they're good to be rotated over because they're more to find a kill and you know, to use as a bully kind of tactic to stop you being able to hold anywhere, and fearful of holding these covers. But drop shot still in favour of Swarm, is it?
Yep. Yeah, Jams's got that on his back. 1 shot left. Use the first one to take, well, to push Physics out of cover, let's say, and then the Lancer Fire will come through. Does get the second one on Physics once again.
Does have no Nasher ammo now, though.
Yeah, well, he's just on Lancer duty at this point. You can see him trying to get this angle, but I don't think he realizes J-Rage standing behind that sign will get a big chunk on him. Notorious as well behind him, and Jams are really in a bad spot here. So he has nothing to fight with.
Notorious playing with so much confidence right now. He wants this tournament win, and all his TV2 Rage experience with these Nashers, you know, they're showing up. And he's playing really, really well right now.
Still chasing down Pounds. Does get that down in the end with J-Rage following up with a little bit of pistol fire, but the Cog looking to fight on all 3 hills here. They've got it down. Notorious now trying to find his second as he does get the down on Jamza. The respawns are coming through for the Swarm team, and a little bit of a fluff shot, but that's a beautiful shot there by Notorious. He's got 1, he's got 2, looking for the 3rd. He's going to get it. The reload comes through.
Go for the style points?
He is as well. He is as well. Look at this. He's got more though. He's got more.
Brutal now, waiting for his teammates to come off spawn, holding it with great patience, but this points lead is looking very, very, very dominant, and as well securing the drop shot with a 2 cap. Cog team don't need to do anything. Reader does fall on top, and wasted drop shot out of J-Rage, so
Yep.
it's not completely over yet for, you know, but it's looking very, very, very promising for the COD team.
Yep. That B hill going to be a little bit of a spanner in the works, but I don't think they take over it. Oh, they do, just about. It's a few seconds in it. A decap will probably do it for the COD team if they can find this B decap. Flashbang's going to go out for Red 9 as he gets 1 kill on Sanzi. With that backup in hand, Physics does fall to an incendiary. The drop shot's used as well. That's the second drop shot used with no target really in sight.
See, now this is exactly what we need to see from them. You know, just chain a few kills together, not get flustered by the score and the fact that they're down. Overextension coming in from the COD team. 3 versus 1 on Sanzi, as Brutal has dropped. Pounds overextension with Death Dancer onto the C hill.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that break's going to be enough now, is it? Swarm will still win off of the 2 cap. And J-Rage and Reader do fall. J-Rage though coming back into the hill now, does fall again. Notorious taken out. Really strong performance by Swarm. They're not getting any points now, Cog, and they're just capturing the B hill. 2 cap in favour of the Swarm and the win condition with them in 15 seconds through.
Looking very good indeed. Sanzi trying to repeat what Notorious did to his team. He got a triple kill there to defend the A, and now he's looking for 2 more. As he does get those kills with a little help from Sanzi. A first round on the board now for that Swarm team, and a better round for them. Better round all round.
They won the initial and they won the end. You know, they did have a little bit of a poor stage in the middle there, where Notorious and Co just doing whatever they wanted to on their home hill. You know, decapping the hills, winning fights, but you know they held strong, very resilient, and showed up when it matters. Really good use of the insin from was it by Sanzi on the B hill when Physics was there capping it. If he would have got that break,
yep.
I believe the round could have been a very, very, very different round towards the end of that one. And Sanzi, though, managed to stop the cap, get the kill, start the chain, and really well played by him.
I want to get your thoughts on something. We've just seen frag grenades placed down on the Swarm side of things.
Yeah.
Bit of an out of the meta pick, I suppose, placement, but grenade nonetheless.
Yeah, very out of the meta, you know, but at the same time, the insins have to hit you directly or just beside you. Frag grenades like that, most teams are not used to seeing them up in that small confined space, and instant double kill there as they tried to play for the cap on these long spawns. That's a really, really, really good decision. And I'm not saying it's the best way to play it, as the meta would prove that shot grenades are more important and more dominant, but that really, really showed why frags can be so important up there. Double kill on in 0 seconds, you know.
Yep. That's it. And even with 1 of them, rather than the 2 you usually see, it's still very, very strong indeed. The
splash damage, you know, that's what it's all about. If you get somebody very weak, you know, up top in that fight, and it tends to happen a lot. All the Lancer fire and the trading of shots, people on the left and the right, they could be 99% weak throughout that whole fight, but they can't get clean. 1 well-placed grenade there, and you can get a double or a triple, as we've just seen, and that's exactly what happened. So, nice early lead in favour of the Swarm team, but he does go now in favour of Team 6. So, slowly but surely, the points will tick back in their favour, and it'll be nice to see how the Swarm team retake this.
Looks like they are thinking about it, that's for sure. Jamser just moves up a little bit. He's got Brutal and Sanzi in support behind that tall cover.
Flashbangs in hand.
Yep, flashbangs are going to go out. Reader doesn't get stunned actually, and will get the first kill on Brutal. That's a misplaced flashbang. That's going to cost 2 of his teammates their lives. 3 in the end actually, as Jamser falls as well in that entranceway. And Death Dancer, he needs to run, he needs to rotate, but he's getting shot from every angle. Every time he takes a corner, there's someone else stood around it. They're going to chase him down. They're going to make him pay for that misstep. And Pounds now in a 4v1 situation. What can he do? Does get the down on Notorious. The domination will probably come through anyway. As off-spawn Brutal, trying to find a kill on Reader. Will get knifed down here. 2 more Swarm members trying to get a toe in. Sanzi doing his best.
It's just perfect gears out of Reader there, you know. From the start of that push, he was on that right-hand side. He was waiting. He didn't get stunned, you know. They didn't check the cover. They hit it. Brutal actually had a Lancer out when he went to that cover, so he was made light work of, and then Reader continued to chain. Pushed up, got 3 dead. Death Dancer, as you said, trying to back away with his life. Couldn't happen. He was taken out, and the pressure was absolutely perfect there. Off the spawn, Reader hitting every pellet, and 4-1 now. This is looking extremely dangerous for Team Gridiron, and with their frag out of the game now, they have no other utility on the map. It's looking tough, Frew. It's looking very tough.
It is. They're going to deal with that incendiary being rotated around as well, so that's something they've got to think about. The other team, they just got to land shots, right? They've got to land that send. Make sure that pick doesn't come out quick, and you can see actually Jamza, even though he goes down, does get that kill on J-Rage, so that's going to help. The double incend will come through though. That's going to...
Jams is still down in the door, physics drops,
yeah.
but that's not gonna. It's gonna be to no effect, I believe, because the drop shot's now gonna go in favour of Team Sick. Reader hitting every shot. He's so confident right now. He's been in this position many, many times. You know, he's been in tournaments. He knows what it takes to close out the round. And
absolutely,
at the moment, they've got the drop shot, they've got the lead, they've got the 2-cap. Everything is sitting so pretty for them right now. It just depends. Can the Swarm team come off spawn, use their utility, and break this push? Still very, very long spawns through. You know, it's the second round into the second half, and if they get a nice 2 or 3 kills chained together in quick succession, the round could be theirs. It's just about making sure they don't die to this drop shot.
Absolutely. I'm watching the drop shot now. One goes down, and it does miss, actually. Red9 will get taken out with it in the pocket, so that's going to be the drop shot pretty much wasted.
They did exactly what he said. They used that utility. They smothered that drop shot player, so he couldn't use it. And now, Physics in a tough situation. He's taken out. That's three dead, but the overextension from J-Rage and Notorious on the train track side of the map secures that 2 hills cap advantage for them, and Red9 and Reader are off spawn as we speak to see how they deal with the FL.
Yep, they have got the decap, have the Swarm team here, but 2 down will give a very, very nice opening for Team 6 to come back into this one. They should be able to push up and take E-Hill. They've got a 4v2 situation here. You can see them. They are pushing up. Notorious going to go down. They're going to step forward to try and get the kills, but it's probably going to be to no avail. As 2 will get cleaned up on the side of Gridiron. Sanzi now in a rough spot, has to back out, has to roll out. The E-Hill will go the way of Team Sick. And I think they'll be better off just backing out a little bit now.
Yeah, the way the round's going right now, it looks like Team Sick have got the control of the E-Hill again now. But again, no utility, I would like to believe. So coming off of spawn now, Brutal, Death Dancer, how are they going to use these flashes to push up, drop shot in 20 seconds through? Yep. This could be the turning point of the round. Jamza takes the door, Pounds pushing up with him. Don't have the decap yet, drop shot in 15. It's all about how they use it. Jamza though taken out by a really, really crazy up A by Red9, and now they have the numbers advantage. Drop shot in 10. This is looking like it's going to be Team 6 drop, Team 6 round. Rowdy does fall, taken out by J-Rage, and now Pounds struggling back to get back to his home here to stop that decap. And honestly, Frew, this is looking very, very, very dangerous.
Yep, it is indeed. That drop shot is up. The E-Hill's still in control. Only 15 seconds on the clock here, and you think the drop shot will probably come out to try and get the cleanup kill here. The roll does come out, actually, and Notorious having to make a bit of a big play there, just come through, but there is no one in sight. No one in sight of either the E-Hill or the F-Hill. That's going to be Team Sick, isn't it? Taking this one 5-1, 2 in a row. And they will punch their way through.
Performances in those last 2 maps. You know, they showed extreme confidence throughout. You know, every single time they had numbers, they played on it. You know, and that's the veteran plays from Reader, Physics, J-Rage. They've all been here. They all know what it takes. And honestly, I think Red9 with his assists as well, showing that he's a great support player for the team and can pop off when need be. They've got quite a nice mix of players in this squad. Honestly, it's good to see.
Yeah. And they will have a winners bracket final match against either Academy Reunited or Hype Family. I think out of those 2 teams, I'd expect Academy to be coming through the top side of the bracket. I don't know about you. But
yeah, the Academy team is a new roster from the major. You know, major they had a fortunate tournament. I believe they got double eliminated with 5-4s. You know.
Yep.
And yeah, coming into this new tournament now, the Pro League qualifier, they've got Saki and Breaker from the old Obey roster, and they've matched up now with Political Bruisem and Slaps. And honestly, I think it's got a better mix of players. You know, Breaker and Saki have got that veteran sort of mentality. They know how to play as a team. They like to rotate. They like to play well and shoot for each other. And they've got the up-and-coming player, Slaps. Honestly, not sure how much you've seen this guy play, but out of the Pro League, this guy has got some of the best individual skill and map awareness and smarts to how to play cover fights that anyone has. You know, he was like hot property for all these teams in the Chatham League to try and pick up to get to secure their place in these qualifiers. And yeah, Breaker managed to get that one, and I believe that they're performing really well through scrims, and it'll be really nice to see how they play because they've got that proper mix of players. They've got the slayers, they've got the supports, and they work really well together. So I believe they should win that team against Team Hype. And then, is this double elimination? So Vision's team do have the chance to come back into this one. Correct, okay, so I'd say coming up into the losers bracket finals is probably going to be a rematch between, in my opinion, the 2 matches, the match that happened before, Red9's team like Physics and Co. versus Vision, and that's going to be the biggest match of the tournament because they beat them once, but will Vision and Co. come back swinging, you know? And that's just my prediction, and we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I believe Breaker and Co. win this and then win the winners bracket finals and sit pretty in the grand finals, waiting for whichever team can come out on top out of Team Sick and 3X Rowdy.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm looking at the bracket. I can't get it up on the stream, sadly, but the loser of this game, Gridiron, they will go and face New Star. So you'd expect them probably to walk through there. That's Fluid and White Boy and that kind of roster. So you probably expect Gridiron to come through there. And actually on the other side of things, Hype Family or Academy will drop to play 3X Rowdy in the bottom side of that losers bracket. So that should be
a continuation of that. Yeah, I think that
should be a good one.
3X Rowdy win their match, and then that Team Gridiron. Honestly, the performance we saw in that first map, you know they're capable of it, right? It's just about being consistent. It's about making sure they don't chain those deaths, because for I think in 2 minutes they lost 3 rounds on District, you know? Yep. In 2 minutes they lost 3 rounds. So things like that can't happen. They know that the drop shot's there. They know it's that important. But is it that important that you can't get back into the round? No. They need to know when to roll back.
Yep. Yeah. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's much easier to go forward in Gears than it is to go backwards, or at least know when the right time is. A lot of people just trying to, just trying to W key, right, as they say in Apex, or left thumbstick forward.
Just holding A, you know. It's just non-stop, you know. Yeah, like I think that's the biggest thing about this game. That separates the top teams from the teams that could be where they want to be. You know, it's the teams that have got the ability to play, but they haven't got that fine tuning on teamwork and knowing what situations best to roll back. And that's the thing. If they roll back in those situations, yes, they may not have the drop shot, but they don't get wiped instantly. They've got the opportunity to retake with that respawn economy to get back into the round. You saw it 3-0 down. Everyone in the map had 4 lives. Yeah. So
on the other side of things as well, that first 2 rounds of training grounds, right? 2 rounds in and 0 lives on Team Sick. That's going to be something they have to really be careful about in the future, especially against the better teams in this competition and in the Pro League if they do get there. That's going to be something that Elevate Rated R they will take them to the cleaners with if they give them that many deaths.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So teams like Rated R, they're the teams that are kind of more, I'd say, renowned for using their spawns and trying to win every round. And the way they've got their rounds in the past against teams like Elevate that have got these perfect pressure setups, just by clutching up and winning it, I don't blame them, you know. So teams like that, there is more than one different play style, you know. They're the sort of team that clutch up and win their rounds and stuff, and they show good composure, and they can also play their setups as well, as they wouldn't be where they are. But teams like Elevate, they hold your side of the map for 2 minutes straight, and you just don't know where to go. You don't know where the point to breakthrough is. They've got great teamwork, great team fire. So if these teams can try to strive to be like that and watch these teams play and do that, there's the ability in Europe, and they can definitely do it. And this Pro League could be a great season if we get the right team in the Pro League to match with the other 3, you know?
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, 2v2s yesterday, Bruisem and Slaps, they made it all the way through to the final. They had some tough opposition there as well. And Reptix and Political as well, and another member of that Academy roster, they made it to the semi-final. So 3 out of the the 4 players, 3 out of the 5 players, should I say, of Academy, were all in the top 4, top 8 essentially of that 2v2 major. It's the skill's definitely there, right? It's just about kind of does it work? Does it work? Is the teamwork there? Can these guys actually work as a team as well? Because that's another thing that people kind of often overlook. Yeah, you can have the best teamwork in the world, and you can have the best skill in the world, but if you're constantly falling over one another and falling out and not wanting to play, like there are a lot of mental challenges that come with.
It's happened, without a doubt. You see it all the time. Teams win events in the NA scene, for example. They lose an event, they start to have these doubts build. Once doubts start forming, trust starts to go, and then they have to make roster changes. They've won 5 events straight. They lose an event, they have a poor performance, and then doubt starts to set in and they make roster changes. It does happen to the best players in the world, so it can happen anywhere, and
Absolutely.
I think it's the main thing. It's about making sure that everybody trusts each other, and that's why I like that team with Brutal and stuff, because they are just friends. They're genuinely just friends. They sit there, they play with each other all the time, and and they've come up together, you know. So it's nice to see that, and hopefully they bounce back from that loss and go through the loser bracket run and try to get their rematch.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I want to while we're talking about rosters and kind of teaming and friends playing together and all that, I want to ask a question, and tell me if you're not too happy with discussing it, but I want to get your thoughts on the NA side of things, with the kind of Quarantine and Rise merger, so to speak, with Franchise, IC and Rushi kind of teaming up with Inzum and Avexis. That to me sounds like a fantastic roster on paper. I wonder what your thoughts were.
Okay, so from an outside perspective, obviously, my opinion on the situation is that for Rise, they just had a really, really solid event, Detox being one of probably the most skilled players in the whole circuit. I felt it was unfortunate for him that he got treated the way he did. But any team picking up Rush, Fran, and Icy is a benefit,
Yep.
For them three, that core three there, they have shown event in and event every single time that they are worthy of that championship caliber team. Top one, top two by a round, They lost a $40,000 round the other day, and to be honest, that must be extremely disheartening, so I understand. But at the same time, I was shocked they made a change, because Mortify hadn't been proving himself throughout the Pro League, but in that event, I feel like he played perfectly, and Solar's unbelievable player. Some of the clips that guy got could have been in a montage round after round after round, and it was a bit sad to see them make that roster change. But look, at the end of the day, the same thing is what happened to my team. Some teams have to just make changes to try to better themselves, and if they saw an opportunity, and I'll be honest with you, I would like to hope it came down to them wanting to better themselves, but from an outside perspective, it does look like they joined for the money, because Rise is an organisation, solid organisation. They've got some good players. They just proved that they got top 3 in that tournament, but more so they have the support, they have the backing to be able to play full time. Quarantine played that whole quarter without an organisation and without a salary, and for them playing, although they made, I think they want to be playing for something, and they want to have that incentive to play, and I think that's the reason they've done that from an outside point of view. So it is sad to see what happened. Shock and Detox had the tournaments of their lives. They played unbelievable.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were.
You saw some of them clips. You saw that clip, right, of Shock on Vazgar. Like, things like that don't happen. That was a freak of nature play, like. So, I don't know. I feel like Rise didn't deserve to lose players like that. Certain members didn't deserve to be replaced, but at the same time, being Shock and Detox, looking at who replaced them, at least they've got it to the point where they can think, right, they beat us, they are top 2 material, like, at least we haven't been replaced with people that aren't deserving. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So it is a tough one. UYU on the other hand, when they replaced when they dropped, I don't know, they dropped, was it Solars and Summons, and they picked up Powers and Kenny?
Yep.
That was a power move, Oh,
absolutely.
That was a power move. Like, from Kenny and Powers' point of view, I'm not sure why they did it, considering they beat them twice. They got the other team that they were leaving to join with top 8. I suppose off of name and off of notability that they knew they could. They knew they've got the championship caliber, 100%. Look at the names, mental. Best player on the game for the entirety, explosive, best player on the game. Like them two together, they just dominant force. So that was a move that I suppose shocked people, but at the same time has so much potential just to be disgusting, and they've shown that. They just dominated the Pro League, and although it was a close match in the major, they didn't play their best gears. They still won. They've got that. They've just got that little bit of just that winning edge, and they just always seem to do it.
That's it, isn't it? I mean, even that loss to Rise didn't really seem to put them off. Jack, talking of putting off, I'm going to call for a quick break, just because I need to get into the next game and check with the next team that we're actually allowed in there. If you want to join us, by all means, stick around. I'd happily have you on for the next series.
You sure? Yeah, lovely. I'm happy. I'm here anyway.
Cool. All right, I'm going to throw this one to a quick break, and obviously everyone who is in the chat, stick around. I'll keep you updated as to what's going on and who's coming up next.